Hi guys, welcome back to Criminology Help for You. Today I'm going to be talking through Criminology Unit 3, Topic 1. So this is for the WJEC Criminology Level 3 Applied Diploma. So this is essentially the first topic you'll be doing in Year 13. So for AC 1.1, it's a 10-mark write-up where you're evaluating the effectiveness of personnel. So you have to talk about 4 different personnel. So crime scene investigators, forensic specialists, forensic scientists, police officers or detectives, Crown Prosecution Services, pathologists, and there are also other investigative agencies. I hadn't really covered that. The one that I had covered in class was forensic scientist, CPS, CSI, and police officers. So for each you need to know the role, so what the role is. That's a key one. And within that you can talk about the strengths and weaknesses. So also talking about expertise, availability and costs. So if you're doing like police officers, you could say a weakness for them is proven institutional racism. Talk about cases like Stephen Lawrence and also the McPherson report, and then explain further why that's a weakness, why that is bad. So remember, it's a evaluate question. So you're getting your marks for talking about something and then saying this is strength or this is a weakness and why, rather than just the salary of a police officer is. That's not really going to get you marks. So these are the case studies that I used in mine. So I did Witness Bromley for Damalola Taylor, for the CPS, Stephen Lawrence, Adam Scott and Sarah Payne for forensic scientists, and you could also talk about Madeleine McCann for CPS. So on the right here is the guidance laid out by the exam board. 1.2, you're assessing the usefulness of investigative techniques. This is 20, so this is quite a chunky one. 5 paragraphs on profiling, so 1 on each, for interview techniques, profiling, surveillance, forensic and intelligence databases. So within this, you're essentially talking about what they are, and then to get even further into like the higher mark bands, you're talking about the situations, the investigations, so crime scene, laboratory, police station, and on the street, and then also linking them to types of crime. So say you do in forensic, you could talk about how it might be good for violent or property crime, so there's usually traces left behind, but not so much for e-crime because there's an online trace but not a physical trace, which might be harder to track. And yeah, 20, that's your biggest one for this topic, I'm pretty sure. 1.3, you're explaining how evidence is processed. This is a 6 marker. You have to talk about physical and testimonial evidence, and then the process of the collection, transfer, storage, analysis, and the personnel involved with these. I recommend linking them to case studies. So if you're going to talk about physical evidence, talk about transfer or storage, talk about Adam Scott potentially, that was contaminated, talk about the evidence, well, not for the process of testimonial evidence, but just testimonial evidence in general, how it can be impacted if it's wrong, like the impact Roy Meadows had on the Sally Clark case. And 1.4, you're examining the rights of individuals. So you're discussing the rights of witnesses, suspects, and victims. And within this, you're talking rights from... rights at the investigation. I think I've wrote that a bit wrong. I think it's investigation through like crime scene to the investigation. Anyway, I'd recommend mentioning legislation as much as possible. So talking about the Police and Criminal Evidence Act of 1984, the Terrorist Act, for like how long suspects can be held up to like 14 days without charge, and the Witness Charter, which essentially lays out all the rights of witnesses. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to try and get a topic 2, so Unit 3 topic 2 video out relatively soon. Let's see, talking through what you're going to talk about in topic 2. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.